Welcome in to segment number 2 of this week's Dot Talk. This is Tuba Samurai with you, and right now we're taking a look at the Tuba Samurai, who are playing in Casual League Cap 34 number 1, and they've had a big week. They've won 4 games. They're now at 6-0 on the season. And looking at their Week 3 game, they played the Acadia Axemen. They won that big 119-13. On October 20th, they played the Las Vegas High Rollers. They won that game 41-9. Really their first competitive game of the season versus the High Rollers. Next, they played the Newtown Peddlers. They won that 45-16. A tougher opponent than the High Rollers, but they still won big in that. And then our biggest battle of the year came against the Gridiron Panic, and they won that game 20-3. So the Tuba Samurai off to a great start this year, and now 45-1 lifetime. Looking at some team leaders, quarterback Igor McFarland leads the team in passing with 902 yards. Quarterback Brother Wall, however, has 13 touchdowns compared to 10 for Igor McFarland. Both quarterbacks splitting snaps and both doing a great job this season. Rushing the ball, we're doing well. Player Rotund Menace leads us with 1,161 yards on 86 carries for a 13.5-yard average and averaging 193 per game with 28 touchdowns on the season and only 1 fumble and no fumbles lost. Receiving, our leading receiver is Cal Finkelstein with 29 receptions, 402 yards. He has 4 touchdowns on the year. Ballin McGee and Phil Crundle both have our best average. Ballin McGee a little better with 8.6 yards after the catch every time he gets the ball. Phil Crundle with 8.3. Skeets Grabber has 5 touchdowns on the season. T.O. Blaze are 5 as well. And Ballin McGee has 5 touchdowns, and they all share the lead on the team. In the kick return game, player Guillermo Garcia Gomez has 14 kick returns for 377 yards and a 27-yard kick return average, 1 kick return touchdown, 59 punt returns for 1,587 yards and 22 punt return touchdowns. In our kicking game, Bo Frederick is 100% for field goals, 6 for 6, 98% for extra points, 104 made out of 106. That's not bad there. Our punter Musashi Jin has 38.1 yards per punt. On the defense, Oscar Kaminsky leads the team with tackles with 63. He's got 3 forced fumbles. And pass deflections, Jerry Benson leads the team with 53. Second behind him is Phenom Grant with 25 passes defended. Phenom Grant has 3 interceptions. That leads the team. Free safety Picketer Ticket has 2 interceptions. Interceptions returned for touchdown, Phenom Grant has 1. Dick Butkus has 1, Picketer Ticket has 1, and Boilermaker Special has an interception return for a touchdown. Forced fumbles, Oscar Kaminsky has 3. Ultra Fu, defensive tackle, has 3. Dick Butkus has 3. Fumble recoveries, Phenom Grant has a fumble recovery. Roger Vamp, Flesh Storm, Agent Freeney leads the team with 2 fumble recoveries. Fred McSmacker and Get Right has a fumble recovery. That's a look in at our defense. For offense, all we got really to look at is pancakes, and Jim Collin leads the team with 130 pancakes. Right now, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to look in at some general goal line blitz news. We'll look in at the change log, as well as a couple of suggestions. Stay tuned to Dot Talk. Have you always watched football going, man, I wish I was the coach. I'd do things differently. Well, now you've got your chance with Goal Line Blitz. You can be the owner, the coach, whatever you want to be. Manage every aspect of a football game. Set ticket and concession prices. Improve your stadium. Sign, cut, and trade players. Get game-by-game strategy and play to win the league championship. You can watch your strategies played out in real time and pause the action at any point. Log on right now to GoalLineBlitz.com and be the man. And welcome back into Dot Talk. Right now, taking a look in at some Goal Line Blitz news. And biggest thing that I saw on the forums this week was about field goal replays. Bort confirming that he's working on getting the field goal replays added into the sim soon. He's working on adding field goal replays. He's also working on adding blocked field goals and perhaps blocking punts as well, I think was in there. So we'll see how that changes up the sim, and I'm excited to see that. Looking at our change log for this past week. On October 16th, they changed the home page to add some new view style options. I like how those look. They look pretty nice. Fixed some bugs with the newer attribute sharing options. Added a report option for the forums to help users report bad posts, and I'm still getting used to that even being there. Since the October 16th, make bonus list appear for open builds. That's also in the major change log for the site. And in favor of that, I like to see who's got bonuses to what. It helps you when you're recruiting and helps you know where you need to stick guys on your team. Sim changes, October 14th, updated to revert to older zone-based pass blocking target selection for certain situations and D lineups, because that one they plugged in at first was just wonky. October 19th, fixed the single back HB wheel play to follow the diagram on wide receiver 3 and bumped fumble randomness down a little bit. And man, I was in favor of that. My team had a case of fumbleitis the first few games, and that helped a lot there. And really didn't have nothing to do with carrying. I mean, you're talking about guys with 68 carrying, putting the ball on the ground 2 or 3 times a game. October 22nd, a fix to some DPC inconsistencies and omnipotence. Needs to get the spell check, and that one says omnipotence. In where players covering halfback or fullback weak strong would line up on rushing plays if checkdowns also include wide receivers. So there's your sim changes for the week, and I like all of those. And I was fishing through this morning looking at suggestions, and don't really have a whole lot of time to get into all the ones I wanted to get into, but one I like was suggested by Chisel, who suggests a percentage bonus of flex when you purchase flex based on your lifetime spending. So basically, when you purchase flex, you'd be given frequent buyer flex points based on how much you spent previously. He suggests that 5% would be good for each $50, be a good rate, capped at 50% after you spend $500. And I don't know about you, but I've probably spent about that much money on this game. That takes us to our next break. You're in tune to Dot Talk. Coming up next, we're going to take a look in at the Defenders Fantasy Football League. Stay tuned. Are you tired of spending hour upon hour setting up your AI only to get beat by 255 points? Well, don't worry about that anymore. Come over to the Casual Leagues. GoalLineBlitz.com has casual leagues set up from the 13 caps all the way up to uncapped casual leagues. Don't scream at your monitor all day anymore. Pit your dot against other dots in a fair match in the casual leagues at GoalLineBlitz.com. Welcome back into Dot Talk. We're closing things out this week, taking a look in at the Canada Defenders Fantasy Football League, and we'll look at our scores from last week. Tuba's BB Flats beat Kibbles and Vicks 192 to 131. It's in the Hole Picket beat Fisting Irish 154 to 112. Sweet Fancy Moses over Canada Coordinators 170 to 127. Who's over Slashers 153 to 112, and the Korean Crushers beat the GF Bulldogs 160 to 102. So pretty much all blowout victories this week. It's in the Hole Picket, still leads the league at 5-1. Tuba's BB Flats moving into second place in 4-2. Who's at third with 4-2. Korean Crushers at 4-2, and the leading team as far as points goes right now is my own Tuba's BB Flats. I finally got them straightened out. I was in a situation at the beginning of the season with wide receivers because I traded away Reggie Wayne. Don't ask me why. Looking at Week 7 matchups, Tuba's BB Flats takes on It's in the Hole Picket, a meeting of 1-2, and I'm looking forward to this. Kibbles and Vicks faces GF Bulldogs, Canada Coordinators against the Fisting Irish, Who's against Sweet Fancy Moses, and the Korean Crushers against the Slashers. And that's a look in at the Defenders Fantasy Football League. And that's Dot Talk for this week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. This has been Tuba Samurai with you. Be sure to listen in next week to Dot Talk. We'll look at Canada Defenders, Canada AAA number 2. We'll look at GLB News, the Tuba Samurai, and the Defenders Fantasy Football League. Have a great week.